This one's called The Desert. This is another one I really wanted to see at the festival, but did not get a chance to. So the log line of this is very simple. It's a love triangle in a post-apocalyptic world. That's the whole description. And so it starts out with there's three people, and they're sort of in this house, and they can't leave. And it's not really clear why they can't leave at the beginning. But they're in this sort of compound. They have sort of some outside areas that they can get to and a little shed outside. But there's there's a man and a woman, and they're a couple, and then there's a second man who is sort of pining for the woman. It's clear that he feels like he missed out on this, and it's literally three people, and who knows if they'll ever get out of here. So the fact that two of them are a couple and one of them is left out is there's a lot of tension there. So there's a lot of elements in this film. So one of the elements is that they have a confessional booth, and they've agreed that they have a little video camera and some tapes, and so they're recording their thoughts every other day or every few days to sort of discuss what's happening. So if something happens to them, somebody might find it and see what happened there. And they agree they're going to put them in this toolbox, this locked toolbox. There's a slot at the top they can put them in there. But So the woman goes in here and does these tapes all the time, and the sort of third wheel guy, whose name is Axel, he does these tapes as well. Except he's figured out that he can just unscrew the hinges on the back of the thing, and what he does during his time in the booth is he just opens up the case and just watches the woman's tapes. So there's a lot of tension in that as well. And then the two guys go out to, do something, to go get food or something, and they bring back the reason that they can't actually leave, and it's zombies. And when I saw that, I literally was about to turn off the movie. I was like, you had this awesome concept. It was really hooking me, and now it's just a zombie movie because I'm so sick of zombies, and I was ready to just drop it at that point. But what happens is they don't leave. They stay right there. There's no big zombie attack where they have to fight off all the zombies. There's no cliched zombie movies. They literally trap the thing in their house and tie it up, and then they're just it's sort of like they're torturing their captors. They've turned the tables on their captor. So they're doing all these weird things to it, painting its face with spray paint and weird stuff like that. So it goes on, and the woman starts to realize what she finds out that Axel has been watching these tapes, and what happens then is really interesting. They start to sort of communicate to each other over the tapes rather than talking to each other in front of the guy she's in a relationship with. They start communicating with each other over the tapes, and it leads to some really, really nice moments in the film where it's he says, "Oh, here's what I thought when I met you," and they're having their own little relationship over the tapes. And that's really interesting. Anyways, this builds and builds and builds and builds, and the end of this movie, I've never seen anything like this happen in a zombie movie, ever. A great ending in this film. I can't ruin it, but the film is called The Desert. A very tense film. It's a love story. It's all in this one little house, one little area. Everything else is done with sounds from the outside. Very simple film. Very nice film. Really, really, really enjoyed it. And it's all just the tension of these three people with this now zombie in their living room that they've chained up.
So how did the zombie follow them back? How did he get in the house?
They captured it.
Oh, they captured it.
They literally captured it. One of them said to the earlier in the film, one of them said to the other, if they had a bet or they were playing they have lots of board games for some reason. They're always playing board games. And he's like, if I win this game, then you have to stare one of those things right in the eyes. And he's like, okay.
And you don't know what they're talking about.
Exactly. You don't have any idea. You think it's some kind of monster, some kind of demon or beast or something, but it's just zombies.
Okay.
But anyways, The Desert. I really liked The Desert.
How did they pitch that at South by? I mean, they don't let you know that it's a zombie?
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's not in the description at all. It's just a post-apocalyptic thing.
Nice.
And you don't have any idea it's zombies until about halfway through the film.
Okay.
So sorry if I ruined that for everyone. but it's not a zombie movie. That's what I learned. It's not a zombie movie. It contains a zombie creature, but it's not about zombies.
Nice.
So
A Place for Film is recorded at WFIU Studios in Bloomington, Indiana.